This program is powered by
उच्च सोचको निर्माण सगरमाथा सिमेन्ट जुनी जुनीलाई
Hello, namaste, and yes, welcome back to another brand new episode of Chiya Guff. With you guys, it's me Smarika as usual. As अपनी हामीले यहाँको लागि भनेर एकजना यस्तो स्पेशल पर्सनालिटी लिएर आएका छौं जसलाई हेरेर र जोसँग कुराकानी गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I'm pretty sure धेरैजनाको मुटुको धड्कन चाहिँ आज बढ्न गइरहेको छ. So yes, मुटुलाई एकदम थामेर राख्नु होला र यहाँलाई to verse you guys yourself up अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ let's head on towards a short tea break. We will be right back after that. Presenting to you guys the beauty queen, Miss Nepal Universe 2021, Sujita Basnet. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So yeah, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, on that, congratulate Mata Gornuna. You should give them something. So that's how important. This tea for you. You love tea?
I love tea. This is wonderful.
So yeah, the first question she asked me said, "You." I thought it's fake, but. But FYI, yeah, llChiya. So this is actually
real.
So how is it going? How is Miss Nepal Universe, being Miss Nepal Universe, is treating you?
It's been wonderful. एकदमै रमाइलो भइरहेको छ हैन. I'm really getting the opportunity to interact with so many people. First few days, the first and second day, I was like, is this real? When a crown लगाउँदाखेरि क्या, I still felt unreal हैन. But now I think reality is kicking in, and there's very short time to prepare. So it's been nice. It's been really fun.
अब अहिलेसम्म भन्नुपर्दा अहिलेसम्म त भनौँ अब अझ few more days भनौँ न you'll be हुन्छ नि यहाँलाई चाहिँ बोलाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ सबैजनाले will be called Sujita, how are you? अब few days नै भनौँ न 20 days, right?
Yes.
20 days down the line you'll be considered as Nepal. You'll be recognized as where is Miss Nepal? Where is Nepal? And more than Sujita, यहाँलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो देशको नामले चाहिँ चिनाइन्छ नि त. So how thrilled are you? यहाँको चाहिँ के emotions छ या what's your हुन्छ नि your take on that? यहाँलाई कस्तो महसुस भइरहेको छ?
No, I'm actually एकदमै you know, I'm very excited for that moment to be called by my country. हैन. I came to Nepal last year पनि आए हैन Miss Universe Nepal गर्नलाई, and I was first runner up, and you know I didn't want to give up on this dream of wanting to represent Nepal internationally. हैन. I do want to go out there and be known as Miss Nepal, as Nepal, हैन, representing a country that has so much to share and give. And you know, US मा पनि when I used to do pageants, or even throughout my college life, काममा पनि, people know me as that girl from Nepal, you know, and so taking this one step higher as representing a country on an international competition, I think I am so honored and very, very excited.
यहाँलाई अरूबाट अलिकति छुट्टै केले बनाउँछ या what makes you different भन्नु पर्दाखेरि यहाँ चाहिँ you were born and brought up US मा नै हैन, तर यो पेजेन्टको लागि चाहिँ यहाँ यो भन्दा अगाडिको वर्ष पनि र यो वर्ष पनि नेपाल आउनु भयो. गएको वर्ष 2020 मा भन्ने हो भने you were already first runner up हैन, र यो वर्ष पनि यहाँलाई आउनलाई चाहिँ हुन्छ नि was there any sort of हुन्छ नि burden or anything as such back in your head कि I've already achieved something? First runner up is not something you get easily, that it's a very big deal as well. So your years when you were coming, was there something in back of your head, I'm putting in so much of effort, will this turn out to be my thing or anything as such?
No, this is a burden भन्ने चाहिँ नि I never felt or I never doubted that, like, oh, you know, I always thought of it as like a dream, I know. It was always a dream of mine to go and represent Nepal internationally. Last year, I thought this was my last year because of the age restriction or the age limit. Ani, because of COVID, things shifted around. Ani, it was almost like a blessing that fell into my lap, that I was able to compete again this year. And that, of course, there are expectations. I know last year, first runner-up by Sakepachi, but the expectation, I never let it get to my head, because at the end of the day, I knew this was a dream that I wanted. And I wanted to work on myself and do the best that I can to go out there, get the crown, and take that crown to the universe and represent Nepal. And also, I think I'm very blessed and lucky to have a family that is very supportive. I know. My mom, she's the one last minute samapani, she was like, Gada, this has been your dream. Just take a year off from work and we'll all support you. We'll all be there for you.
That's so sweet of her.
Mom ko encouragement le pani mo ekdamai, last minute samapani garum ki nagarum bhai tapani, I was like, okay, my family's fully supporting me. Magarchu, it's a dream. I don't ever want to regret not going for it. I came back this year.
So you were also mentioning, you grew up in a family, all-woman family, and the way you see things is, I'm pretty sure, a lot different from the way other people see. We talk a lot about women empowerment, doing this and that for women and everything, but being in a family where it's all women and they're all being so supportive towards whatever your dreams are and everything, how do you see world?
Yeah, so I think, coming from a family of all women is a blessing and a privilege as I see it, because like you mentioned, Aina, Sansar Bari, there are so many families and so many communities where young girls don't have even the basic rights to get an education. Aina. They're so detached from what they can achieve. The journey to their goals are kind of taken away from them. And for me, coming from a family of 3 strong women, my grandmother, she went to America to pursue this life that she wanted, financial freedom for her family. And so she went off to America, and America ma gaera काम गर्छु, एकदमै मेहनत गर्छु, and she was able to build this, build the baseline for my mom to start her journey. Ani मेरो mom pani, she went there, she worked, she worked multiple jobs. गाह्रो छ उता, एकदमै गाह्रो छ. And she, as a single mother, she raised me, to be independent, to be strong. She didn't rely on others, and so those, that hard-working nature that I get from my grandmother, and the passion for Amro culture, I also get it from my grandmother, and then the nature of being independent I get from my mom, and then my little sister, she's younger than me, she's 15, but she comes from a generation that they're just very out of the box in their thinking. True. Very creative, very direct, very out there. They don't hold back, and she inspires me every day as well. To just be the best version of myself and not try to change myself. And so I think I'm very blessed to come from a family of 3 strong women, and it's definitely a blessing and it's definitely a privilege, but ye privilege lera, I want to also empower other women across the world, because not everyone comes from a family that's supportive, especially as a young girl. हामीलाई बच्चादेखि नै भन्यो हुन्छ, be strong like a boy, go fight like a boy भनेर, but why should we, we should just go be strong like a girl, we should go fight like a girl, we are capable. And so त्यो चाहिँ नि, my family has really instilled in me is, you are a woman and you are strong enough and capable enough for anything.
Definitely, your answers are like making me get goosebumps. So yes, Oiliko lagi say, I think I need to head on towards this beautiful clip. Enjoy this one. We will be right back after that. At the very moment we were on the audience side, especially you've already started crying. The winner announced when you've already started crying, and on the audience seat, I said, "Oh, she's going to win." She's already started crying, so we were passing this comments at that time, and so she's going to win. We were having this conversation, the audience. So how has your journey been like? मैले चाहिँ यो भन्दा अगाडिको इभेन्ट जुन थियो मिस युनिभर्सको पेजेन्ट त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ यहाँले जब फिनाले भएको थियो फ्लोरिडामा I saw you supporting Anshika going on the finale and everything you know र हुन्छ नि how was it like त्यसरी सबै एउटा environment सबै माहौल देखिसकेर अनि त्यसपछि now you bringing this all experience with you this year so how different is this year's Miss Universe going to be like for Nepal especially?
So I think first of all the difference is, you know, preparation time is very, very short, I know.
Yeah.
We only have less than 23 days to prepare. I mean that's gonna fly by, I know. So I'm going to dedicate the rest of my time, you know, I've already started, I know, the moment I got crowned backstage we had started already, I know, preparations.
Wow.
So I'm going to be dedicating most of my time towards that because priority bhaneko, responsibility bhaneko is to go out and represent Nepal in the best manner possible, I know. In terms of the journey and the difference, last year to support Anshika, you know, at Miss Universe, it was so beautiful. She carried her crown so well throughout her year, I know, and the transformation that you see in her is just incredible, I know.
True, I totally agree on that.
Yeah, she's just an incredible woman, and you know, sitting there at Miss Universe and watching her perform, I was just crying, you know, like so emotional भएको थियो क्या. So I'm really excited to be stepping into her shoes, and I know it's very big shoes to fill, but you know, with the great team that we have, I'm very, very confident that we'll do a great job this year as well. And you know, the team did such a wonderful job last year.
Yeah.
International recognition भएको थियो नि त नेपालको, almost first time at that level, I know. We had, I remember Miss Universe Matanaheri fans from like Philippines and all these other Latin American countries. They were like, Nepal, Nepal.
Wow.
They were so supportive, I know. And so I'm confident in the team that again this year we can bring that amount of, you know, following and support internationally.
Do you have something in your head that you're planning on doing? You say this is something that I'm planning on doing. You say mo garchu bhanera. Anything that you've preset yourself inside your head?
So I guess throughout the journey you all will see.
Okay, so definitely looking forward to that. And yes, all the very best. We need to head on towards a very short commercial break. Don't go anywhere, we will be right back. Welcome back. So yes, we are in conversation with Miss Nepal Universe, right? Do you get goosebumps? Do you still get goosebumps when someone calls you Miss Universe Nepal 2021?
I absolutely do. You know, it's such a dream come true in the literal sense because, you know, I've been dreaming about this for so long, and just wearing the sash, wearing my crown, I'm like, is this real? When sometimes takka miracle agadi ubera heriranju and I'm like, this is real. So
how was your morning like the day after you were crowned? It's a very common question, but I would really love to know.
The day after, I was very exhausted. I was very tired, and you know, because we had so many things to do the day after. So honestly, first day mata, it didn't even hit me. Like I'd say my training made too, because training mapani we have to wake up in the morning, go have breakfast, then go to all these different like, you know, events and it didn't hit me at all, honestly, first day the. On the second day I was like, wow, this is real.
This is happening.
Yeah.
So when you went back to your room, you know, after you were crowned and everything was done, so hospitality partner was Yakenyeti, and you're still staying over there, right?
Yes, I am.
So yeah, when you went back to your room with the crown on your head, and suddenly, how was it like you and your crown?
It was incredible, you know. My crown actually, the crown was placed on my head on the stage, I know. Because you can't see it, Nita.
Yeah, true.
We were just running around. We had like the gala dinner. Like I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, whoa, you are Miss Universe Nepal. So it was amazing. And, you know, from that moment, I feel like things started changing because Hotel Badapani, you know, they upgraded me to a room, a different room. And then everyone was like, congratulations, ma'am. And I'm like, you know, crown kholisakepachi everyone recognized me. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so different and incredible.
What's something that you feel like has changed in you after being crowned?
I think the sense of responsibility, you know, as you mentioned earlier, going and competing at Miss Universe Nepal as Sujita, I was representing myself, I know, and you know, you know who you are, Nita, and so you're able to go there and perform and do what you have to do, I know. But now I'm representing Nepal, I know, and I'm no longer just Sujita Basnet, but I am Miss Universe Nepal, I know, and so that sense of responsibility, I think, kicked in, and you know, I want to do my best to represent Nepal, and for that I need everyone's support as well, and you know, so that sense of responsibility I think has definitely heightened since getting crowned.
So do you feel like there is something that that you feel like you need to work on to win the actual Miss Universe crown, Miss Universe 2021 को crown जित्नको लागि चाहिँ, what's something that you personally feel like this is something I personally need to work on myself जस्तो लागेको कुरा?
Yeah, so Miss Universe भनेपछि त it's an international level pageant, हैन, and I think lots of countries are out there that have been doing it for years and years, I know, and they produce winners. And for Nepal, we've just stepped into this platform of Universe just 4 or 5 years back, and we're very new to the game still. You know, there's a lot to learn for our country, for all of our representatives as well, and so there's lots of things that I think I personally need to improve on. But you know, that, like I said, the team has been starting the work already, and I'm very confident in them. And every year is a learning experience. You know, we want to keep heightening our exposure and our performance at Miss Universe. And so this year, I think definitely want to continue to brush up our stage presence, our social media presence, and also our voice. Because as a country, our voice shouldn't be diminished. I know. Yes, we're a small country, but we have a powerful voice. We have a powerful message, and we stand for such powerful things. I know, and that needs to be highlighted, and that's something that I definitely want to work on.
And यहाँलाई महसुस भएको के कुरामा वर्क अन गर्ने कुरा भयो हैन यहाँलाई चाहिँ what do you think is your biggest USP that you feel like this is something that would make or help me outshine the others या भनौं at least make a presence there हुन्छ नि एउटा यहाँको representation दिनको लागि चाहिँ what do you think would be your biggest USP?
Yeah, I think I'm an extrovert introvert. I know, like there are days where I'm like, I just want to be by myself. I don't want to talk to anyone, right now. But as soon as I come to a pageant or come on the scene of something, I love just like talking to people. I love interacting with people, and I think that's the biggest thing in pageantry is leaving an impression on every individual that you come across. I know, not just the judges or not just your audience, but all the organizing team that's there behind the scenes, all the fellow contestants, I know. I think that's something that that I can bring to the table is just, representing Nepal as just a lively, lively country that brings so much joy and smiles all the time. And, I'm really excited for that, to meet everyone out there.
Yeah, with that, it's time we head on towards another clip as well, VRs. Enjoy this short clip. We will be right back. Right now, when you look at your answering round, Sunny, the way you answered, how happy or like how satisfied do you feel?
So those questions are really difficult to answer in those short 30 seconds.
I totally
and
agree on that.
They're such a broad questions, and you have so many things playing on in your head, and you're like, how do I say this in the best manner possible? But in that moment, I think I was able to give the best answers that I could formulate in those 30 seconds, and I'm content. I know. that's the thing, for me, anything I do in life, I don't look back and regret anything because, in that moment, I know I gave my 100% and I don't want to look back and say like, oh, esto gare huन्थ्यो, esto gare huन्थ्यो, because, you got to look in the future and look forward to new things.
Your answers were very practical, to be honest. Your answers were very, very practical. Maybe because of the background you come from, Paniola, because you come from this background where you've got sound knowledge in terms of technology. And your crown-winning answer was also related to that. Do you think it actually aided you? यहाँले जे पढ्नु भयो त्यो यहाँले आफ्नो आन्सरमा युज गर्न पाउनुहुँदाखेरि, was that something that actually played the trick? Is that how you feel like, or how was it like?
So I'm not sure if that's what played the trick, but for me, I've always battled between being a woman in technology and being a woman in pageantry, because they're so different from each other, In the corporate world, in the field of technology, you're surrounded by, it's a male-dominant industry, and you go in and you're expected to compose yourself in not a very smiley way. You have to be very direct and confident and, just very different. In pageantry, you're, smiles and jolly and this and that, and for me, I was both, and I didn't want to compromise one versus the other. And so, the answers are it comes naturally to me because that's what I know,
Wow.
And also, now looking back when I was younger, I didn't like talking about pageantry when I would go to work, because I didn't want people to think of me as less. But now as I'm older and I actually understand and appreciate pageantry as not just, pretty girls, but a leadership platform, I actually put it on my resume, Ani kam resumes or interviews or that's the first thing they ask me is like, oh wow, you do pageants, like tell me about that, and that actually helps me stand out in that world too, and then your world, it helps me stand out because technology, I come from a technology background. So it all comes naturally, like I think it does help me stand out, but it's also very true to who I am.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Beautifully answered. On that note, it's time we head on towards a short commercial break. We will be right back after that. Yes, welcome back, guys. हामी कुराकानी गरिरहेका छौं हाम्रो यस वर्षको Miss Universe Nepal सँग, and we're doing really good. Especially you're doing good. So yeah, talking about your pageant days, यहाँले गएको वर्ष पनि पार्टिसिपेट गर्नुभयो, यो वर्ष पनि पार्टिसिपेट गर्नुभयो कि 2 वर्षको यो जुन you've got enough experience भनौं न last year को training को र यस वर्षको पनि so how did you like it? How was it like? How were your co-contestants your overall journey in short भन्नु पर्यो भने how was it like?
It was beautiful. It was amazing. Training may top 16 may parnu, it's a big deal, and you learn so much. We're so privileged to have the trainers that we have, from Prashant sir, who's been in the industry for years, and Swetna, and all of our trainers and all of the guests that come in and give us all of these advice and tips, and I think it's such an empowering moment to be in training, and I think each one of us leaves with so much knowledge.
And I could also see Nina and you last year पनि सँगै हुनुहुन्थ्यो र यस वर्ष पनि you guys were together, in this pageant, working together, and you've mentioned this as well. People you would ask, are you guys rival because you're competing for the same crown, but it didn't really seem like that to me. You guys were so close, you guys were so comfortable with each other and everything, So जब यहाँलाई चाहिँ यहाँ दुईजना हात समातेर उभिराख्नु भएको थियो त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ what were you guys talking about, because there was a decent amount of time before the winner was announced. So what kind of conversation were you having? Because you were already crying and I could see she was trying to say something.
So I think in that moment we were both of our feet were hurting so bad, I know. I mean, all the nerves were like going through our body again. We were just shaking so hard, and I think we were just like, okay, hold on tight. Like, and then we were crying because the music was so emotional, I know. And you know, like we were there in that spot last year as well, and being back, and it was just like, well, whoever wins, you know, it's gonna be for the best. And we were both confident in each other and very supportive towards each other. But I think the conversations were more about like But
as far as I remember, last year finale ko belama चाहिँ Anshika actually thought you won, and she was like तिमीले जित्यो हो भन्ने खालको कुरा भइराख्दाखेरि चाहिँ you were like होइन तिमीले जितेको हो भन्ने खालको conversation भइरहेको थियो भनेर. I remember that. अनि त्यो दिन सम्झिँदाखेरि र अहिले you've already won this crown, हैन. This was really surreal, हैन.
It is so surreal, you know. एक वर्ष पनि भएको छैन, हैन, because last year ko finals December मा भएको थियो, हैन. So to think that in 10 months, you know, I was standing on that stage again in that spot, हैन. Same side मा थियो क्या फेरि this year too, you know, like I was on this side, Anshika was on this side, and यो year पनि I was on the same side. I just felt like I was kind of going back in time and reliving a moment, and in a different way, and this time my name being called, it was just so surreal, like so surreal.
Wow. So yes, on that note, we need to head on towards this another clip because it seems like she's about to cry again. So yeah, before that, we should head on towards this clip. We will be right back. Yes, exclusively यहाँले चाहिँ यो television मा मात्र हेर्न पाउनुहुनेछ because this cannot be uploaded on YouTube because of the copyright issues. So yeah, you guys are lucky enough to यहाँले चाहिँ अहिले हेर्न पाउनुभयो भन्ने. Just kidding. So yes, now I'm going to ask you a few fun questions and just answer it like the way you want, I know. Okay. What would you truly regret not doing if you died tonight?
Oh, tonight, eating momo.
Oh my god, you absolutely love momos then.
धेरै खान पाएको छैन.
Okay, so what would be the top 3 lessons that you learned the hard way?
Being independent, fending for yourself, and the last one would be overcoming my shyness.
Okay, interesting. Okay, are you servant of money or does money serve you?
Wow, that's a very, very good question.
What do you think of yourself? Like, are you servant of money or like money serves you?
I think, you know, we live in this world where money does serve us, right? Like it's really sad to say that, but that's the reality of the world. And, you know, but that can be translated to do good in the world, I know. So I think, you know, we work so hard to get money, but that money goes back to things that live our passion and also to give back to our community. So I think, you know, money does serve me in certain ways and, you know, serves the community as well.
Okay, that was a tricky one. Okay, what do you really want from life?
To be happy. Okay. I want to just be happy and my family to be happy and just spread the happiness.
According to you, if you would have to say, you know, what part of your personality do you feel like still you need to work on or improve?
So there's still parts of me that's a little bit still introverted, I know. There are situations where I'm a little shy or, you know, scared to go into, but I think, you know, overcoming that is a process and it's a journey, and I hope to work on that.
All the best.
Thank you.
Who among the people you know bring out the best in you?
My mom and my little sister, for sure. They just are such an amazing support system, and they're always there for me, and you know, they always try to make everything so funny and lively for me. So stressful they just bring out such a like joyful moment, you know. So definitely my mom and sister.
When was the last time when you just opened up your heart and soul out and told someone that you absolutely love them or appreciate them or adore them in any way that would make that person feel like I'm absolutely worth it just to feel hune gari. When was the last time you've like as a whole basic line appreciated someone?
Just today, when I spoke to my mom, you know, she's in the back, you know, behind the scenes doing a lot of things for me, but I do really, really appreciate her, and you know, my love for her is never gonna stop. That's my mother, you know, so as a bianane, yeah.
What skill do you possess that you can do better than others that you feel like?
Well, in my opinion, I think I'm very quick on my feet, you know. I think whatever situation you put me in, I'm a very quick learner, and I've seen this throughout my career as well, and even, you know, in pageantry here and there, even though I didn't get formal training, you know. So I think I'm a very quick learner and adapt very well to changes.
Are you someone who has a very hard time no भन्नको लागि, or you're just someone who's like upfront, and if you don't feel like it's meant for you, you say no?
You know, this is something that really comes with age. When I was younger, I definitely had a harder time to say no. I know, but as I've grown up, I think you have to really understand your priorities and know when the right time is to say no, because then, you know, you can't give your best, and at the end of the day, you know, you want to give your best in everything that you do, I know, but if you're spread out so thin, then you're not able to. And so I've learned to say no throughout the years.
Wow, that's a very good trait, eh? Because the people actually have a very hard time to say no.
It's really hard, and you don't want to hurt people's feelings.
Yeah,
so,
true.
You know, you have to do it in the best intentions possible, and just like let them know that this is not anything against you, you know, but I just can't win it again.
If a very close person to you would have to describe you in 3 words to a stranger, what would they say about you?
I think they would say that I'm very caring, I'm very genuine, and very grounded in my beliefs.
Okay, so that was it. I do have a lot of questions to ask, but we're almost to the end of our today's episode. So before leaving, is there any sort of message or anything as such that you would love to spread out, or you'd love to share? Anything as such, could be for your friends, family members, your loved ones, special ones, the people that have been supporting you throughout your journey. What would be that? What would that be?
So first of all, I want to thank my entire family and all my friends that have backed me through this entire journey of pageantry. It's been a long time, long journey, but we made it, and I love you all and thank you all so, so much for the support. And also to all the fans and all of the pages out there, pageant pages out there that have supported our journey. You know, because of you guys, we continue to have this motivation. And Nepal, we are going to the universe. Please do back my journey. Please do follow me Instagram, so you can continue to follow along on this journey as we go to the universe and hope to bring the crown home. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, as you guys can see, she is working really, really, really hard to bring the crown back home. So yes, you guys can support her, love her. Especially support is something that's not necessarily done verbally. Yeah, kuनै यस्तो form that's visible, but directly, indirectly, anything that you do that would help the crown to come back home. Come back home. I need to bring the crown because it's never been here. So yeah, for the first time it could be. So yes, on that note, do love and support her. It's Sujita Basnet, right? On Instagram. So yes, guys can follow her, and yes, उहाँलाई चाहिँ उहाँको journey throughout support पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, follow गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ, माया गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. On that beautiful note, we will have to say goodbye to you all. Everyone, have a lovely time ahead. And yes, happy Tihar pani, you know.
Yes, happy Tihar, everyone.
So yes, take care of yourself. Keep smiling. Bye-bye.
Bye.